Good day, internet friends. I have returned with a great new recipe for the week. Today we are gonna make one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. We're gonna make some pesto because I am a real pesto. To make the pesto, we just need some simple ingredients. We need the pine nuts, we need the basil, we need the block of the cheese, we need some garlic, everybody's favorite, and very important of all, we need lots of oil to make this pesto nice and oily and flavorful. It is with those four ingredients combined that we can make the wonderful pesto. Let's get started. The super traditional way to make the pesto is with a mortar and a pestle, hence the name. However, I am not some sort of witch that has a big bowl and a bashy stick to make all nice herbs and the spices to heal the black plague, nor am a crazy hipster man that has that to make his sambal aiolis. So you can also use a food processor. Just know that Italian grandmothers may yell at you. The first things we are going to put in here are gonna be the nuts to get it really nice and nutty, our garlic, and then the cheese. But I have to cut up the cheese first to make it nice and fit in there. You want to take the cheese and slice off a small hunk of cheese and chop the cheese into little bits so that they get chopped up by the processor better. Why make it work more when you could make it work less? Keep doing that until you have a good amount of the cheese, and then we put it into the processor. With our cheese all nice and diced up, we put it into the processor. With the cheese now all in here good, one little thing that I did not mention is the red pepper flake, like here. Some people do not like the red pepper into their pesto. I personally do. This is optional, but you are silly if you do not do that. So we are gonna sprinkle in our red pepper, about that much, and then we put the lid on the top and make these bad boys get to know each other. Woo! You want to hit it a few times until it's nice and chopped up roughly, so that all the things are gonna be buddies, and then soon we will introduce the basil. Look at all that choppage. Maybe it could be used a little more choppage, but don't forget, we're not done. We have to put some of the basil in now. So as I zoom out, I'm gonna take some of this nice pungent, but in a good way, leafy greens and put them into the processor with everything else. Just like the other ingredients, we gotta let them get to know each other and become best buds before we get too crazy. So press it down on your pulse button a few times so that it gets chopped up and they're buddies. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you know the rest. I want to teach you how to count. I'm not a Muppet from the puppet show about the children. At that point, I think we're ready for the oil, but you're gonna need a simple tool to make sure everything's mixed up. You're gonna wanna have one of these things, because as you may see, sometimes we're gonna have to scrape everything down because they're all like, let me out of here, I don't want to be chopped up, this is a madhouse. But you want them chopped up because it is a madhouse. but not a millhouse. We are ready for the oil, so let's get it going and put in some of the oil as it's spinning. And let's check in on the pesto. That's the way I like my pesto. It'll get a little more oily as it sits in the refrigerator, but I think this is where we want to stop. As tasty as the pesto is, you never want to eat it all on its own. That would be like eating ketchup by itself. Some people like ketchup, but what sort of crazy person just sits there and then eats on the ketchup packet? A perfect thing for pesto is what we got right here. Some nice hot steamy noodles. So just to take some of your pesto and spread it on, maybe take a little more and toss it in there to get it all nice and coated. You might want to use a bigger bowl than I got for the amount I have, but I think you people get the idea. I'm glad you watched, and I hope you have a great day with your pesto. Don't let it pesto you. Ha ha ha, I'm so funny. Okay, goodbye.